Hello everybody, and in today's Escape from Tarkov video I will be starting my own mini-series to help you guys with sort of beginner tactics to help you stay ahead of the game within Escape from Tarkov. Now this first video is going to be how to loot efficiently, but there is going to be tons of videos coming on the channel in the future, including how to PvP better and all that sort of stuff, so stay subscribed, get in the Discord so you're notified as soon as the video goes out, everything like that. It'll all be fun, and you guys, if you haven't played the game already, or if you've only just started playing the game, will have the utmost competitive edge compared to other players. I've been playing Escape from Tarkov since 0.2 and recording it since about 0.5. The patch is now just coming up to 0.10, so it's getting there. I've been playing for about a year and a half, and I've got plenty of experience when knowing what I'm doing. Basically, I know what I'm talking about, I know what I do. I'm not by any means a great player. Everyone has their bad days, especially in Tarkov, so don't expect that you're never going to die, because everyone does. But today's video we're going to be talking about looting and how to loot efficiently. Now there's 3 main key combinations that you need to know when you're looting a dead body. That is control click, alt click, and delete. Those keys are going to be your friends, so if you have a mouse with programmable buttons, I recommend programming them on there, because trust me, they are extremely valuable if you want to loot really quickly. Now, what control click does is it will instantly move something from the enemy's body onto your backpack or into your rig or something like that. So it instantly goes across, so you don't need to worry about dragging your mouse anywhere or anything like that, or misclicking anywhere. You literally just hold control click over the item that you want to move and it instantly moves into your backpack or rig or pockets or anything like that. Alt click puts it onto your character itself, so if you've got armor or another weapon on this dead guy that you want to pick up, you just alt click and it goes straight onto your character. So say if there's a piece of body armor and I alt click on it, that'll be now on my body armor slot, and I'm now wearing it without having to drag it onto my character. Or if you don't know exactly where it goes, I know a lot of people get confused between the chest rig and the body armor, so they try and put it on each other's slots. Just alt click and it'll go to the right slot for you. You don't need to worry about faffing around with your mouse at all. And the delete key discards something from either the player's body or yours. Delete key is very handy. Rather than having to right click and then press delete, just bind the delete key to your mouse and it'll instantly discard items. This is really good because some people's backpacks may be filled up with a load of shit you don't want, so just delete them out of there and you're good to go. It'll instantly discard them onto the floor, and it'll be a lot quicker than having to right click, go down to discard and then discard. It just saves a lot of time, and when you're looting in an environment where players can come up with you in any minute, looting quickly and looting efficiently like this is very, very important. Not only that, but the next tip I have for you is always expect another person. Now this tip will come up a lot in these beginner guides, but when you're looting, don't kill one and then rush to the body. That is something you never do. You always check if there is other people around. Now with the addition in 0.9 there are things called armbands. Armbands are a prime thing to know if they're in a group or not. They very rarely wear armbands if they're not in a group. So if you see someone, you've killed them and say they have a red armband on, look for other people with red armbands and keep looking for about a good few minutes, because people do play the long game. Then they wait until you start looting and then they come at you and fuck you in the ass. It's not fun when that happens, so make sure you are looking around. Always expect another person. I know the maximum grouping is a 5-man squad, but even if you've killed a 5-man squad, always expect a 6th, because when noise happens, when gunshots are created, other people are drawn to it. So always expect another person. And then if you're in a group, if you're say duoing, trioing or whatever, and you kill somebody, don't all loot at the same time. That never happens. You always get one person to stay on lookout while the other person loots. And then once you're finished looting, your teammate can have his go and then you can cover him. Don't loot at the same time, because if you're all looting at the same time, you've not got your eyes on the surroundings. People can come up to you, and like I said, fucked in the ass. It isn't a good feeling. Trust me, I've been there, I've done it. Another thing that you'll need to learn when looting a body is that you need to loot for the highest value possible. So make sure you loot for modded weapons, and if the weapon, say something like an AKS-74U, try and take the mods off of that weapon, fit the mods in your backpack, leave the gun, and then focus on stuff like high value body armor or in good condition helmets and stuff like that, because they sell for the most amount of money. Not only that, but remember that some weapons can be folded, and if you take the magazine out of something like an SKS, it does shrink it down to 1x5 slots rather than 2x5 slots, so it's saving a lot of space if you are looting SKSs just by taking the magazines out. So you just need to right click and then unload the magazine, and you should be good to go, and you saved yourself basically another row in, say, your scav backpack or tri-zip if you've got that far. Another tip, and this seems a bit obvious, when you're doing collection missions and quests, prioritize the hard to get mission items first and put them in your secure container. Now, I know many people used to, and still do, put Tushonka in their gamma container or alpha container or beta container, whatever. They put them in there because they think, oh wow, I gotta get 30 Tushonka, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. However, with the addition of interchange last wipe, there was a hell of a lot of spawns for Tushonka. In the back of Goshan, you can find about 15 to 20 Tushonka every raid, so that isn't something that you need to gamma anymore. Prioritize mission items that are definitely harder to get, say stuff like Wilston cigarettes or blood sets and stuff like that, but only gamma the mission items if you are close or on that mission. You don't want to waste inventory space, and especially if you're on standard edition, you don't want to waste your inventory space on keeping blood sets or later on mission items for absolutely ages before you get to use them, because it's just a waste of space and you won't be able to fit as much weapons or armor or anything within your stash. And the last tip I really have for you when looting is, first off, make sure you insure your stuff always, especially when first starting out. If you have some armor on, insure it. If you have a decent enough weapon that you don't want to lose, really, insure it. Because then, if you find someone that has a better weapon or some better armor, certainly don't be afraid to drop your own and put their armor on, because your armor is insured. If you drop it in something like a bush or inside of a building and somewhere in a dark corner or something like that, people are not really going to hunt that down, and then you have an extra set of armor come back to you within like 24 to 36 hours. It'll come back to you, and you've just saved yourself a load of inventory space, because you ain't carrying the armor, say, in a backpack, you're carrying it on your person, and it just saves you a lot of inventory space for those needed quest items, some better weaponry, or anything along those lines. So anyway guys, I hope this helped you out. This is my first ever sort of beginner's tip video. There'll be plenty more to come in the future. I have already a few ideas for you guys that will be able to help you out, because I know a lot of people are now starting to play the game, and a lot of people do not understand that there is such a sharp learning curve when playing Escape from Tarkov. If this did help you out guys, thank you so much for staying to the end. Join the Discord, because there's plenty of people in there to help you out, and subscribe to stay up to date with all of the latest Tarkov news, information, guides, gameplay, everything Tarkov related. You'll find it here guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you very, very soon.